Hello, Bridgewater College students. This is Vickie Denlinger. I'm a mathematics instructor here at the college.
Here with Ben Martindell, a student in the education department.
We are here to share with you some techniques for using the SmartBoard in the classroom. This will be the first in a series of SmartBoard tutorials. We'll be starting off with creating and editing text in the Smart Notebook software. We'll start off by customizing our screen. You may want your tools, your horizontal toolbar at the top or the bottom of the screen, whichever you are most comfortable with. To move the toolbar to the bottom, there are arrow tools to the right, and if you click on that, it will move your toolbar, your horizontal toolbar, to the bottom of the screen. It is also my personal preference to have my vertical toolbar on the right-hand side of the screen. If you would like to move that, there is also an arrow tool that will move it to the right or to the left side of your screen. We'll start off with the basics of creating text in Notebook.
To start out with Notebook, one of the first things and most important things is being able to create text within it. So there's many ways to create text, but the most simple way is to simply use the text tool. Now the text tool can be found on your little toolbar, and it's represented with an A. When you click it, it brings up a series of different fonts you can have, bolds, italics, like most word processors. Here you can select what font you want. It has a couple default ones and it has a variety of them all listed under here. And from there, you can take it and you can type stuff, anything you want. Hello. The nice thing about SmartBoard is anything you create becomes an object. Now, in order to select an object, you want to select the selection tool. It's represented with a small arrow down on the bottom near where the text tool is. You can then select any objects and move them around as you like, spin them, and do all sorts of things with them.
Once you have your text in your software or on your screen, we can edit that text. You select your mouse arrow tool, your selection tool from the bottom of the screen. Always make sure that is selected and click on the text that you want to edit. Once you do that, you'll see that you have some additional options down here. You now can change the style of that font. We could make this Broadway style. We can bold it, we can italicize it, we can underline, we can change colors. If I go here, I can change my color to red if I choose to do so. I also have an option of selecting more colors if I do not want to choose one of the colors that are available. I can also change the size of my font here in this window. We can also get fancy with our text. You can see that we have created various different snowflakes here. We've got some highlighting here. These all come from your crayon pen tool and at the bottom of the screen as well. But right now I would like to get rid of what's on the screen. I can do that by selecting my erase key down here. Now I can choose my various sizes to erase. I can have a big eraser or I can have a small eraser. I can do things a little bit at a time if I choose to do so, or if I want, I can circle my whole screen and then just tap on the screen and everything will go away.
Now you will then have all this blank space, so you can go and feel free to add more to it. One of the excellent features is highlighting that comes with SmartBoard. You can go, highlighting can be found down by the pen section, which then, once you select pens near selection and text, you can go over to pen types. You have a whole bunch of different pen choices to choose from crayon, highlighter, magic pen, all sorts of them. The highlighter, once selected, will then allow you to highlight things. You can then go, and it brings up a little menu to choose whatever color you want to highlight, and then you can just go up to what you want to highlight and just highlight it. If you're not given a straight line automatically from the highlighter, you can hold down the Shift key while you highlight, and it'll straighten the line between the 2 points you start and finish from. There are other pen options you have, which you can go down and select, such as the crayon, which you can go and then it'll draw like a crayon would onto the SmartBoard. Its colors can also be selected on the bottom, down where the highlighters were. You can select a creative pen, which will then, it gives you a choice of some very interesting or creative options. This one is sort of like a spray can. You can draw some stripes all over. Or if you're feeling festive in the winter, you can put snowflakes all over. Now, you might put something on your board you don't want to see, like you may have made a mistake, or you just don't like it, and while you can just go and erase it, you might just want to hit the undo button. The undo button can be found on the horizontal toolbar, like all the other tools, but it's on the left side. So you just click undo, and you can just remove things. Now, if you accidentally hit it too much, you might be like, oh no, I've lost what I wanted. You can hit redo and bring it right back. One of the really amazing features of SmartBoard is its ability to have text recognition. Basically, you can write anything you want. Now I'm writing this with an actual pen instead of the mouse in order to have clearer handwriting. It does recognize even messy handwriting, but here I've written print, and now I've written in cursive, and I can go and simply tap what I've written, and now, as before, it treats it as an object, and I can click this small button up here, which is the same as right-clicking on a SmartBoard. I can have it recognize hello, and now it's written in text, which I can then go on the bottom and edit the font in any way I want. I can go here and recognize hello again, and then I'm free to also move it around. But even when it was just text, it was also movable. While we're talking about an object, also there's a small little circle here on the bottom which you can use to expand objects you've written. So you can make your font even larger just by doing this, besides simply using the font feature. This works for all objects and not just text, though.
This concludes the Bridgewater College tutorial, SmartBoard Basics, Creating and Editing Text in the Smart Notebook software.